Welcome to History Recapped, where we bring the greatest stories of the ancient world back to life. Today, we're diving into one of the most famous epic journeys ever told, Homer's Odyssey. It's the tale of Odysseus, the clever king of Ithaca, as he fights to return home from the Trojan War, facing monsters, storms, gods, and temptation at every turn. Let's explore the full story of the Odyssey, a journey across sea and time, where the ultimate battle is against fate itself. Part 1. The End of the Trojan War. Our story begins after the fall of Troy. The Greek hero Odysseus, king of Ithaca, played a crucial role in Troy's defeat, famously devising the strategy of the Trojan horse. But his victory earned him the wrath of Poseidon, god of the sea, who would ensure that Odysseus's journey home would be long, painful, and filled with peril. While Odysseus struggles to return home, his wife Penelope and son Telemachus are left in Ithaca, surrounded by suitors who believe Odysseus is dead, and seek to marry Penelope and claim his throne. Part 2. Telemachus' Search. The Odyssey actually opens not with Odysseus but with his son Telemachus. Telemachus, now a young man, is desperate to learn his father's fate. Encouraged by the goddess Athena, who favors Odysseus, Telemachus sets out to find news of his father. He visits old comrades like Nestor and Menelaus, who tell him tales of the Greek heroes and warn him that many have perished on their journeys. Telemachus's quest is a parallel to his father's, a coming-of-age journey to find identity and courage. Part 3. Odysseus's Captivity with Calypso. Meanwhile, Odysseus is stranded on the island of Ogygia, held captive by the nymph Calypso. Calypso offers him immortality if he stays with her, but Odysseus longs for home. After years of delay, the gods finally intervene. Zeus orders Calypso to release him. Odysseus builds a raft and sets sail, only to face Poseidon's fury. A great storm wrecks his raft, and Odysseus washes ashore on the island of the Phaeacians. There, he is sheltered by Nausicaa, daughter of the Phaeacian king, who provides him safe passage home. But first, Odysseus recounts his entire journey to the Phaeacians. Part 4. The journey begins. The Cyclones and Lotus Eaters. Odysseus's troubles began soon after leaving Troy. He and his men first raided the city of Ismarus, home of the Cyclones. But greed led them to linger too long, and the Cyclones launched a counterattack, killing many Greeks. Next, they encountered the land of the Lotus Eaters. The lotus fruit caused his men to forget their homes and lose their will to return. Odysseus dragged them back to the ships by force. Part 5. The Cyclops Polyphemus. Odysseus's most famous encounter was with the Cyclops Polyphemus. Seeking shelter, Odysseus and his men were trapped by the one-eyed giant, who began devouring them. Odysseus devised a clever escape. He introduced himself as nobody. He blinded Polyphemus with a sharpened stake. When Polyphemus called for help, he cried out, "Nobody is hurting me!" So no one came. But Odysseus's pride betrayed him. As they sailed away, he revealed his true name, provoking Poseidon's enduring wrath. Part 6. Aeolus, Laestrygonians, and Circe. Odysseus next visited Aeolus, the god of winds, who gave him a bag containing all winds except the one that would take him home. His men, thinking it was treasure, foolishly opened the bag near Ithaca, and were blown far off course. Then they encountered the Laestrygonians, giant cannibals who destroyed most of Odysseus's fleet. The survivors landed on the island of Circe, a powerful sorceress who turned his men into pigs. With the help of the god Hermes, Odysseus resisted her magic. Circe eventually became his ally and lover, advising him on the dangers ahead. Part 7. Journey to the Underworld. Circe instructed Odysseus to consult the prophet Tiresias in the underworld. There, Odysseus performed rituals to summon the dead and learned Poseidon would continue to torment him. He must avoid harming the sacred cattle of the sun god Helios. His journey would be long, but he would eventually return home. In the underworld, Odysseus also spoke to his mother, fallen comrades, and the shade of Achilles, who lamented the fleeting nature of glory. Part 8. The Sirens, Scylla and Charybdis. Continuing his voyage, Odysseus faced the Sirens, whose songs lured sailors to their deaths. Odysseus plugged his crew's ears with wax and had himself tied to the mast so he could hear the sirens without succumbing. Scylla, a six-headed monster, and Charybdis, a deadly whirlpool. Odysseus chose to pass near Scylla, losing a few men rather than risking his entire ship. These trials tested his leadership and his resolve. Part 9. The Curse of Helios's Cattle. The crew landed on Thrinacia, the island of Helios's sacred cattle. Despite Odysseus's warnings, his starving men slaughtered the cattle while he slept. As punishment, Zeus destroyed their ship with a thunderbolt. Only Odysseus survived. He drifted for days before washing ashore on Calypso's island, where his 7-year captivity began. Part 10. Return to Ithaca. The Phaeacians finally returned Odysseus to Ithaca. Disguised as a beggar, Odysseus reunited with his son Telemachus. Together they plotted revenge against the suitors who had overrun his palace. Athena assisted them, ensuring their plan would succeed. Part 11. The Final Revenge. Penelope, still faithful, had devised a clever ruse to delay remarriage, weaving and secretly unweaving a shroud for years. To test the suitors, she announced she would marry the man who could string Odysseus's great bow and shoot an arrow through 12 axe heads. None succeeded, until the beggar, Odysseus in disguise, effortlessly completed the challenge. Odysseus revealed himself, and, with Telemachus and loyal servants, slaughtered the suitors in a brutal showdown. Part 12. Reunion and Peace. At last, Odysseus and Penelope were reunited. She tested him one final time, asking about their immovable bed, a secret only they shared. Odysseus's precise answer proved his identity. Their reunion marked the end of his long journey, but peace still had to be secured. In the final scenes, the families of the slain suitors sought revenge, but Athena intervened to restore harmony. Odysseus's epic journey had finally come full circle. The Odyssey is a story of survival, cleverness, temptation, and the eternal pull of home. Odysseus's journey is more than just an adventure. It's a reflection on endurance, leadership, and the search for identity. Thank you for watching History Recapped. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Odyssey, hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, should we recap the Aeneid next or explore the Trojan War in full?